Hi, everybody. This is Angelo Quinones, and thank you so much for your views. I'm going to talk just briefly about programming, um, but thank you so much for your views, in particular, the view that has to do with the ultimate range test of this Baofeng 888S, as in Sam Walkie T, or two-way radio. So I just want to thank you so much for your, like, I think it's like one has 131 views and the other one has about 137 views. So just God bless you for that, and thank you so much. And thank you so much also for all of the tutorials that came before me, that started the whole thing. I want to just clear up a misunderstanding, and not that some people are saying that they're misunderstanding, but just in case it happens. When I said in one of my videos, or just in every all of my videos, that you don't need to program the AAAS two-way radio or walkie-T in the Philippines, I meant to say that when I first saw these tutorials, I thought that people meant that the walkie-talkie, because I haven't used walkie-talkies in about 30 years. I gave up the whole thing before I got back into it this year, about 30 years ago. And I used to use walkie-talkies in the 1970s, 80s, and a little bit of the 90s, 1990s, but I just gave it up, because of the cell phones coming up and stuff like that. And I got back into it because of my special child, the need to get in contact with my wife because of my special child, Anna Devane. But I thought, so I never had walkie-talkies that could be programmed in the 1980s. The thing was unthinkable, unheard of. So I thought what people were saying was that the walkie-talkie will come in the box to you blank, with no channels at all. Okay, with no channels, nothing. Okay, that wasn't the case. Okay, when I got the walkie-talkies, and I'm going to say walkie-talkies because the press, the media called them walkie-talkies for the first time, I believe during the war, I thought that these walkie-talkies just came blank with no channels, and then you had to plug it in, connect it to a computer so you could get some channels on them. No, that's not the case. I think what people meant to say, it wasn't so clear what they said, because of the way they said it. They meant to say that, in our country, you need to program new channels, because in our country, for example, my home country, the United States of America, they don't allow the 16 channels that China and the Philippines and other countries allow. Okay, I think that's what they meant to say. They didn't say it like that, but that's what they meant to say. So when I said on my tutorials, okay, that you don't need to program them, I'm not saying that you can break the law. I'm not saying that you don't need to program them. Okay, you don't need to program your walkie-talkies, reprogram your walkie-talkies, or whatever the case may be, reconfigure, put new channels, whatever the case may be. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that, okay, if you need a license or permit, by all means, in the Philippines, you could get one at your nearest, NTC office, and you can apply for a permit or a license, like that. All I'm trying to say is that your walkie-talkie is not going to come blank, like a clean slate, and thus you need to program channels on it. That's what I meant to say. I'm not saying that if you're in the United States of America and you receive a walkie-talkie from the Philippines or from China, you don't need to reprogram that stuff because those channels are going to be legal in the U.S. I'm not saying that whatsoever. Okay, so I just these things are kind of new to people, and it was new to me. And now that I'm into these walkie-talkies again, I know what I expect in the box. Okay, sometimes you don't get what you expect in the box, so that's another thing. I didn't get my earpieces and stuff like that. So like if you want your earpieces and let's say 4 batteries instead of 2, well then you're gonna have to make sure that Shopee, for example, or Amazon clarifies what's in the box for you before you get the box. So I'm not here to talk about the walkie-talkie at all. I thank you for your views, but I just want to clarify that very, very clearly, cogently, and correctly, that What I meant to say in my channels, okay, in my tutorials, I should say rather, that the walkie-talkie doesn't come like it's an empty thing without a brain. Okay, and then when you get it, you have to put channels in it because it doesn't come pre-programmed. It doesn't come with any channels at all. No, it comes with channels, 16 channels. Okay, it comes with that. But where the programming gets into the picture is that if you're in a country that doesn't allow those particular 16 channels, okay, to be used by you or anybody else that receives your walkie-talkies, that are using your walkie-talkies, right? As I forget my English here in the Philippines, you understand what I'm saying? Okay, well then there could be trouble. Your country may not allow those 16 channels. Okay, so to put a bow tie on everything, this walkie-talkie does not come like a clean slate. It comes with channels. However, you have to make sure. So when somebody says you have to program your channels, doesn't mean it comes just empty and that doesn't have channels. We just have to make sure that the channels that we're receiving, okay, are allowed in our particular country. So that's why I really like to say that just because somebody says that the BAOFANG BF 888S, like in SAM unit, is not allowed in their country, well, that might not be the case for our country. What may be illegal in, for example, Argentina, like somebody said that, these walkie-talkies are illegal in Argentina. Well, that might be true for Argentina, but that's not necessarily true for the Philippines. And what's allowed in the Philippines and in Argentina may not be allowed in the United States of America. And what's allowed in the United States of America may not be allowed in the UK, and all the way around. You understand what I mean? So just because somebody says, well, this is illegal, these are illegal, it doesn't mean it's talking about your particular country. You just have to find out, okay, what's legal and not legal, okay, in your particular country. This is an FRS Family Radio Services, okay, a two-way radio. Okay, is based on the FRS system. So, but you still, even though this is not, GMRS, is something different, but you still have to find out if it's legal in your country, yes or no. Well, anyway, this was going to be a short thing, and it ended up being long. But I think that it's really good for everybody to understand that we just can't pick up a walkie-talkie, any old walkie-talkie or two-way radio or ham radio, whatever you want to call it, okay, and just start using it. Okay, you have to make sure if it's legal in your country, So that's just the deal, and that's just the deal all across the board. This is Angelo Quinones, always giving glory to God. And I just wanted to ask you to, if you can, subscribe to my channel. Please give me a thumbs up, and please leave a comment on the screen. There's so many viewers that don't leave a thumbs up. And if you leave a thumbs up, you're helping somebody else to find the video. And if you're leaving a comment, you're just helping me to see what I could do better. And maybe if you have any questions, and also if you give a like, you're helping the algorithm and the circulation of the video on YouTube. Okay, they're gonna see, oh, well, this video has 100 likes, so this video should be seen by more people. Okay, well, thank you so much. Take care. Bye, guys.